Alright, y'all have waited long enough for this shit, let's get right to it. Ying is a tactical operator with an ability to blind her enemies thanks to the usage of the Bling Blow bomb. The Triple B has a lot of interesting mechanics concerning it, so I'll talk about that first. Ying has 3 of these little devices. She can toss them and they'll operate basically like a stun grenade, or she can do one of 2 things when you hold down the right click. When they blow up, they look and sound something like something out of an episode of Star Trek. By default, holding down right click, it'll set the charge on a timer, enabling it to roll a certain distance, and then it'll detonate. Or you can set the charge off by placing it on a soft surface. You do this by walking up to a soft surface like a barricade or a soft wall, and then there's going to be a little animation that'll show you that you can do that. The charges will explode on the other side. I'm not terribly good at utilizing this feature yet, as it's a little tricky to pull off. The main advantage of these flash grenades is that they can't be seen by you. You can use these charges in combination with smoke grenades for easy diffuser plants too. These charges can be sniped by Jaeger Splody snipers. Naturally, that's a lot to lose. What I like to do since I run smoke grenades is throw a smoke to see if there's an ADS, and then I decide what to do from there. You can clear out rooms very well under the right circumstances. Throw a charge in one part of the room, then another at the end of it, and behind cover to make it difficult for the enemy to look away and avoid the flash effect.
Securing the container that is neutralized.
Oh god, I'm bear trapped, I'm bear trapped.
Let's talk about her primary weapons and how annoying they are, for one. Ying's LMG has decent damage, but a very low rate of fire coupled with high and sporadic kick that is kind of all over the place. Now, maybe when this game's CSGO-esque recoil system is introduced, this could remedy it. If you can memorize the spray pattern of this thing, perhaps it'll be a better gun. Attachments-wise, you can use a close-range sight to counter the recoil. Flash hider should do the trick for the barrel attach. I also see people often use this thing with a laser sight at higher ranks, mainly because the hipfire accuracy on it is really bad, and it makes the gun slightly more functional. What do I think of the shotgun? Well, you guys know me, I like shotguns.
One friendly operator.
Is it fun to use? Yeah. Will people get mad at me when I use it in ranked? Yeah. Do I care? Eh. The SDU handgun makes for a good sidearm too, with high damage, and it's pretty easy to control. You might find yourself using it a lot when you're running the shotgun. So when's the appropriate time to bring along Ying? Well, she's the queen of countering anchors. If you already have a Jackal on your team, or some 3-speed attackers to take care of people running around the objective room, she can fill in a very useful role. So yeah, she counters anchors, which is pretty dope. In my experience, people don't drone enough. I'm guilty of this too, and I'm getting better at it. But playing this character, well, she relies on her drone a lot. Very often you need to get a visual representative in your mind of where the enemy is hiding in a room. It makes it easier to throw your bling blows exactly where they're needed for optimal effect. As far as smokes or breaches are concerned, you could in theory run the breaches in tandem with the flashes as they go off. I just enjoy the utility that smoke grenades give a lot more personally. I also think that the idea of giving her an LMG instead of an AR is to give her the ability to just spray down rooms after she's flashed the targets. The shotgun occupies an interesting CQC-oriented niche that also works. Ultimately, you're going to have to make the decision between operating in close quarters or not for loadout choices there. The LMG is a pain in the ass to control, but it's usable. The utility that Ying brings to the table isn't something I would demand every round that I go into, but I still find her addition to the game useful under the right circumstances. She's not limited to entry fragging rooms. She can help cover a diffuser plant by completely blinding and incapacitating an enemy, and make it much more difficult for them to rotate. Ultimately, I feel that Ying is a more difficult operator to play than, say, Thatcher or Thermite, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend her as a first pick. But with a coordinated team, she can really rack up some numbers. If the enemy team has some anchors that are giving you a hard time, or maybe you just hate one Caveira in particular, you might want to play this character. Bling Blow. Change on Skateboard P. And that's all you really need to know about Soccer Mom.
I believe.
Okay, No Faith Johnson.
Just keep spraying.
What the hell was that? What happened?
What do you mean you don't want to go to practice? Do you think I and your father bring you to this country to be stupid, lazy asshole? We need to talk about your grades. Ying Chon.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. It really does go a long way. And until next time, I'll see you all whenever the hell the next video comes out. Deuces.